Hey, this tutorial for the Trigs device. This is a very simple, minimal, and lightweight sequencer that can do many cool things. So, for example, you have here the different steps. 16 steps overall is the maximum, but you can have more with the presets. Let me play it. Okay, so I have it connected to the drum synthesizer, and I have the rate on 16. Steps on 16. I can change the rate here to be 8 notes, for example. I can add notes. Let me turn down the swing a little bit here. Okay, I can change the amount of steps to be whatever I want. And the rate to be either bars, half bars, quarter notes, 8 or 16 notes. That's the maximum. Okay. Now, where it gets interesting is what you can do with it. For example, I could take another one of this and I'm gonna tell it not to be a fixed note. So the outputs here, you can see them here. Right now it's set to be fixed. I can make it unfixed, but if it's fixed, I can change the value if it's between 1 and 0. So, and if it's low value, you can hear that it's a lower velocity here. Let me just turn on the velocity. It can make things more quiet or more loud, depending on if the device it's connected to is using it for velocity. Now, if it's not fixed, then it's going to count basically how many hits it has. So, for example, if I have 4 steps, it's going to do 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me lower down the rate. 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. So it basically counts from 0, each one of these steps. Now this is cool. For example, let me put it back on fixed. Okay, I'm going to put this value here, and I'm going to make a little pattern. Okay, and I'm put 16 step and 16 rate. And I'm gonna do okay. Now I'll take this and I'll have it unfixed, and I'll just have the top part, the first 4 steps. Okay, actually I'm just gonna have the first 2 steps. Okay, and I'll put the rate at 1 bar. Now when I connect it here, it's going to send me first a 0 and then a 1. I'm going to connect it to presets. Now first let me change the preset, and here I'll make the pattern a bit different. Let's try it. Okay, now I can go back to 0, and you see that the preset went back to what I had before. And now I'll trigger this. There you go. So with 2 of these, I can create a long cycle of changing patterns just by creating the different patterns and sequencing them with another sequencer. Cool. Now, another option for this sequencer, the Trigs, is instead of sending numbers from 0 to 16, and instead of sending fixed values 0 to 1, I can send MIDI. And this is mostly used for synthesizers, not so much for drum machines. For example, if you go here in your library to synths, we can get this one, and I connect it to the pitch in. There you go. I can have it scaled or chromatic. And when it's not sending MIDI, sending just fixed notes, will be too low for this, so it's built for the drums. And of course, as always, you can change the color to match your mood. You can see all the numbers that it's sending out from here, so you know if it's MIDI note range, which is between around 20 to 120, or for controlling velocity and other things, from 0 to 1 or 0 to 16. That's it for this one. See you later.